Hi again, Luke here with you, and in this video we're going to go through an in-depth look into the order book and how you might run your order book for a strategy so that you can get a better price when you're buying or selling Asimi tokens. And so now as always, we've navigated from the trading to type in the coin of your choice and you'll see that current price. So let's talk quickly about the order book. The order book is made up of buyers and sellers limit orders. A limit order is, as opposed to a market order, there are two main orders, limit and market. So a limit order is an order that you put into the market at a certain price and say, hey, if the market reaches that price, I'll be prepared to buy or sell. A market order is immediately trying to execute your price in the middle of the market. So exactly at the market's last price, exactly where the market is at that time. And now that doesn't necessarily guarantee that your market order will be filled because it still has to be purchased or sold. However, it's a way to get in or out of the market sooner. So most of the orders that people place are limit orders. So they're basically deciding that I'm prepared to buy or sell my Asimi tokens. You can see all the orders here. I'm prepared to buy or sell my Asimi tokens if it reaches that price. So at the moment you can see the price is this quadruple, 5 O's, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 393. And so what that means is that if we wanted to sell our tokens only when the price, for instance, got to this range, then we could decide to put an order in right there. And you can see there's already an order there. Now, what we're looking at is the price that people are prepared to sell plus the amount of tokens at that price. So you can see that someone is prepared to sell at this price 9 tokens, at this price 3,000 tokens. On the bottom side, this price they're prepared to buy for 399, prepared to buy 454, right? And so what it's doing is it's changing it's putting market orders in place so that if the price moves to that point, it will automatically execute. So once you've put in your limit order, if the market hits it, it will execute without you needing to do anything. So let's talk a little bit about some of the options for when you're buying and selling. The easiest way to quickly buy and sell is to simply click on an order that already exists because you're matching with that order. So right now we can see there's 9 tokens for sale. If I wanted to buy one of those tokens, I can click on that price. You can see the price is already added, and then I can buy one Asimi token at that price, click buy, and I'll get that Asimi token. Watch this go down to 8. There we go. And you can see that's been filled. So now I have that Asimi token immediately. So that's the fastest way to do it. However, what I just did was I paid 0.0000429. From now on, I'm just going to quote the last numbers. I paid 429 for this Asimi token. But if I maybe had a different strategy in mind, what I could do is I could say, okay, look, I'm going to try and get a slightly better price. I'm going to try and pay 393 or even 39. Okay, so let's call it 393. So let's say now we want to buy another Asimi token, but we don't really want to pay this much. So we can type it in here manually. So we go 393. And now if we buy the Asimi token at 393, because there's no sell order at 393, it will place it into the market. So we'll buy the Asimi token, it will add a limit order, and you'll see this go up to 400. And now my limit order is in there waiting to buy that Asimi token. Now I should note at this point that there was 399 tokens already available for sale at that price. So what that means is that the market queues them in order of placement. So the first 399 will actually go to whoever else has placed that order. Once that's completed, it will move to my one token. Okay, so that's important to note. If you put an order here to sell on top of the 43 order here, on top of this 3,000 tokens, first it will have to sell the 3,000 tokens, and then it will allow to sell your order. But if you were first and then someone puts an order on top of yours, yours will sell first and then it will move to their order. So now let's talk about limit order and market order. If I click on market order and then click on one, you can see it automatically fills the price in. And the price that it's filling is the closest sell order for you. Okay, so if I wanted to buy Asimi, it will tell me the closest order that someone is prepared to sell Asimi. And if I wanted to sell Asimi, it will tell me the closest order someone is prepared to buy Asimi. So if you want to quickly sell or buy, again, you can go to market order. However, that has that same thing where you potentially are not getting the best price. You potentially could be a little more strategic and get a better price when the market moves up towards you. So now let's come back to the limit orders, and you can see we have best bid here, and if we click buy, it changes to best ask. So that's basically doing exactly the same thing. If we click on best bid, it will just set the best bid order. So in trading terms, what that means is these are the bids. Okay, so this I'll bid it up to buy. I'll bid. This is my bid. I'll pay this, and these are the asks because they're asking for this price. So I'll sell it. I'm asking for this price. Now, an analogy sort of that that might make sense is you're looking to buy a used car. So you walk into the car lot, and the used car seller, has a car for sale, and they have a price. Now you can just pay the price. It's right there in the middle. Okay, this is the price. Or you can start to negotiate. And by negotiating, you might get a better price. And that's really what these limit orders are. You're basically saying, I'm not prepared to really pay the price that you're asking right now, but if the car changes price, if you're prepared to come and meet me, then I will buy the car, or vice versa, sell the car at that price that I want. So that's really what you're doing with these limit orders, is you're choosing the price that you want to buy or sell. And so a strategy, let's talk a little bit about a strategy. Something that you might do is you might think, okay, look, I want to get my 10,000 Asimi tokens for my login stake, or I want to buy a $200 advertising package. It's going to cost me 5,000 Asimi tokens, whatever's happening at that time. So you can come to the market and you can say, look, what I might do is I might stage it a little bit. So I might buy, you can see there's sort of 3,000 for sale right here. So you can select this price, and you can see that what will happen is it will add the price you click on. So we can come up here even. But the higher you get, let's say we click up here, I'll show you what happens. And we'll try and buy one Asimi token, just in case you've made a mistake. Click on buy Asimi. You'll get a notice here that says your order price is 5% higher than the last market price. Do you want to place the order? So this is a good indication in case you've made a mistake. So you click on cancel, and the best thing we could do is actually start here, click on it. It will fill the entire amount. If I had enough Bitcoin, it would show that entire amount. Or if I clicked on this, again, if I had enough Bitcoin, when I click on that, it would show 3,000 plus 7. Okay, so you'd have 3,007 showing here, as providing I had enough Bitcoin to buy it. And again, even if I clicked up here, because I've clicked on this price, it will add all of these together, 7 plus 3,000 plus 900 plus 15,000, and I could buy all of them immediately just by clicking up here and saying, yes, I want to buy them all at once. However, that's not a great strategy. You're better off buying each one, in my opinion, because you're going to save. You can see that this is cheaper than this one. Now, let's say, going back to a bit of a strategy, let's say that you want the 10,000 Asimi tokens, but you don't want to pay 435 for them. So you might say, okay, I'm going to buy my first 3,000 here. So you buy 43, you buy 3,000 tokens at this price, you click on it, you've got enough Bitcoin, you buy the full 3,000, buy Asimi. Then you come down here and you add another order. This time you go buy, limit order, and you say, okay, so I bought them all at that, but now I want to buy the rest at 004, and so you put the order in at this, and let's say, for argument's sake, I'm just going to buy one. Oh, I don't have enough Bitcoin there. See, I'm running out here. 0.5. There we go. So now I'm going to place the rest of my order at the 0.4, and then that way I'll wait for the market to come down and hit me. So this is a bit of a strategy where maybe you buy half of what you want up in the market, and then you add an order so that you wait for the market to come down for you a little bit and hit your order. Because what tends to happen, as you can see in these charts, the market goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And so that's actually a pretty nice strategy where you get filled a little bit to start with, so you make sure you get into the market. Because something that we haven't really talked about is that if you place your orders down here, like for instance, you can see my order down here. If I place this order and the market gets pushed up and more buyers come, it runs away and I never get filled, and the price goes up and up and up. I mean, it could continuously go up. Imagine, for an example, you're starting trading Bitcoin and it's trading at $100, and so you place an order down at $98 because you think the market's going to come down, it'll hit your order, fill you, and then run to the upside, hopefully. But it never does, and it just runs to the upside. It goes to $10,000. You had an order sitting there at $98. The market was at 100, and you never got filled because you were waiting for it to come down. Same thing could happen on the other side. You could set an order. Let's say you had an order to sell your Bitcoin at $20,000, right? That was the ultimate peak. So $20,000, you got your order. The market doesn't quite hit you, and then it runs away. You're waiting for it to come back up and sell, but it doesn't. It goes all the way down to 3,000 that next year. So that's sort of the risk of not selling at the market, because it might move away from you and you never ever get filled. But if you play it right, it might come and hit you and you get a slightly better price. Okay, so that's really what people are doing right here. They're anticipating that the market's going to come up and take away their orders, so they're going to get a better price. These guys are anticipating the market's going to come down, and so they're going to get a better price for buying. So I hope that makes sense. I mean, this is pretty casual, just talking about the order book, but you can stage different sort of strategies. So a strategy might be, if you think the market, you believe the market's going to come up, but you're not 100% sure, you might even add 10 different orders here, all at different prices. So as the market comes up, it starts to fill through your orders and you start to get better prices, right? Or you want to buy Asimi and you think maybe the market's going to come down a little bit first before it goes up. And so then you place your buy orders down in here at these prices. It's pretty fun actually once you get into it, and you can see again all of your orders here. So you come across to my open orders, you can see them and you can cancel them, change them, as in cancel them and then create a new order at a different price. But one of the strategies I like is that exact strategy that I explained. So one thing that I want to talk about is that, let's say that we want to place an order at this 4.3 level. We want these 3,000 tokens that somebody's selling. So we place an order for 20,000 tokens, for instance. What will happen is when we place that order at that 43 price, it will immediately purchase the 3,000.59 tokens, and then it will leave your remaining order there. So you would then create, that would be the highest buy price at that point. Okay, so you'd see a 17,000 token buy order right here. Okay, so that's how it would work. You don't have to exactly match up the token price, the token volume. All you need to do is put your order in, and the system itself will execute any tokens that are available at that price, plus then leave the rest of your order in place. Like I was about to say, I like to do exactly like I talked about. I like to buy maybe half of my order, then leave another half sort of in the middle range in the middle of the spread here, so that we can wait for the market to come and fill my order. Okay, I think that's a cool strategy. Buy into it a little bit or sell a little bit, and then put your order in the middle. That way you sort of get half and half. You get half instantly cleared, and the other half waiting to clear after that. So that's a little strategy that you can use. And I think that's almost it, I would say. I mean, there's a couple of other things here. You can see that you could just change it slightly. So let's say that we click on this order and then we think, okay, no, I want to just change it. It will change it by the smallest denomination there. So you can see you can very slightly change your order before you place it. Another thing you could do is you could set your total volume here, okay, like I said. And it will just automatically calculate this total. Again, you can go up. It can even show like half of your holdings. So if you want to sell everything that you own, you can click on that. right? Or if you want to buy everything you have in Bitcoin right now, I could buy as much Asimi as I possibly have in Bitcoin, and you can see it automatically calculates it. It chooses the price. It says, okay, we're going to buy as much Asimi. We're going to sell all of our Bitcoin for as much Asimi as possible, and this is how much Asimi I'll get with my total Bitcoin, and the expiration date. So this way you can say, okay, look, if I put in a limit order and it doesn't fill within the next hour, then cancel the order automatically. Or I'm prepared to wait. So I'm going to leave it to 29 days. I'm going to leave my order there. If it hits it at any time in the next 29 days, I'm happy. I'll wait for it and it can get executed at any time. And again, you can come and manage and cancel them over here. In the next video, I think we'll go through looking at the charts. So some basic understanding of technical analysis, understanding what this chart is telling us. So we can go through some of that. I think that's really interesting. I really like that. And yeah, we can go from there. So let me know in the comments if you have any other questions about this, or if there's anything that you don't fully understand. There's a comments box underneath every single video, so if you have any questions, comment in there and I'll answer it in the comments as well. But hopefully that is clear enough for you to get a deeper understanding into the order book. It's quite a long video, but I think, and it's quite a simple process really. I'd encourage you just to come and play around with it, click on some different things, sell, buy one Asimi token, just really small amounts, and check the trading for yourself, how it works, and you'll start to get a feel for it, which is the best practice, of course, you can have. Okay, that's it for this video. Luke here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.